So in some of my videos I've done recently, I've talked about, again, it started from one person I don't know from a can of paint that DM'd me on Instagram, Glam Care Academy, and said, how can you get into the six figures? How can you scale up your business to, what's the fastest way to get into six figures category or lifestyle? And I thought about it, and teaching is one thing that came to me. Now, everything boils down to teaching. Again, welcome to Glam Care Academy. My name is Nurse Amy, and here I am showing off my t-shirt. I hope you all like it. Let me know what you think about it. These are my colors so far. I'm working on my branding and just getting my things on the ground, right, to take off, because we are going to be taking off. So I talked about teaching. I think the last two videos I talked about teaching your skills, and there are different ways to do it online. It's a way to reach the world, okay? You can do ebooks. It goes far. I, for one, have come out with an ebook. I'm going to leave the link down below for my CNA students. But like I said, I do write fiction. I actually want to publish my work. So, and then I also have self-help books where things I have learned, I'm going to be teaching people how I overcame certain challenges and also how to do stuff because I want to. Because I also know that's one way I can have a very wide reach, okay? I'm also going to come up with e-courses and webinars. I'm learning how to do this. So again, if you want to learn more, learn with me, grow with me. So please come and let's be a part of the journey. So another thing that you can do, six figures, if people, especially, this came to me when I was talking to a colleague of mine, and we're talking about different things. We're both being nursing. We're both like tired of all the politics and all the BS and looking for something more exciting. And I was talking about aesthetics and teaching, and that I do teach. And she's like, oh my God, I like that. I'm like, yeah, very early. I mean, I don't think it was early enough, but I'd already switched from bedside to teaching in a school, which is another way that a nurse or someone in healthcare can also work if you don't want to work on the floor. And then she's like, she wants to be a community nurse. And I'm like, that's something that didn't really very early on in my nursing career, I had the opportunity to do that, but I really didn't follow it up because I think then I had young kids. So it wasn't just easy for me, because for you to do that, when you have kids, you're very limited, and I had my priorities right. Kids came first before work and community outreach and what have you. But that's something also that it's all part of teaching. So mind you, if you're not doing online, which I think, again, you can combine them. But the thing I want to talk about online, I have my notes, that's why I'm looking down. Community teaching is another way that you can scale up, right? So you can be a community health nurse and teach. Partner with hospitals, partner with grocery stores or grocery chains, convenience stores. There are many people out there who will love to partner with you to get the information out there. There's so many things you can teach, right? You can do wellness events, preventative care. I know it's something that I think about it, but I know if I partner with the right person, or again, there's so many things, so many things. There's so many ways to skin a cat. Okay, you need to understand that there are multiple streams of income. So I always tell you guys that. But one way you can do things like this, creating awareness, like blood pressure, diabetic teaching, you can teach that to your community. You can actually start working in a community center, start talking to those people. People are interested. There are a lot of laymen and laywomen who don't know how things work. They don't know what food to eat. They don't know how to be checking for their blood pressure. They just go to the clinic. They're told and nobody follows up. And even those that follow up is is not enough. So you can be a reference point in your community. You can do this. This is something you can do by yourself. You don't need a doctor to collab with. You don't need an NP to collab with. You don't need a hospital to collab with. The collaboration is like, hey, look, I just need financial assistance. I'm going to be setting up this wellness program in a fair coming up, and I want you to participate with me. Does that make sense? That's something you can do. You can actually do that in your locality and start to expand, because word of mouth is going to spread. So you do it in one city, in one locality, and before you know it, it becomes something that you're the go-to person. Oh, Nurse Amy, yes, I remember that lady. That's the one who does the check your BP because we don't want no BP. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a slogan. Again, it's branding. Branding is important. If you can do that, but that can come later on. But yes, so community, one way you can do this setup is EventBrite. Go ahead and research this, because sometimes when I give you these tips, it's not like I've done it myself, but I have talked to people who've done it, or I know about it. And you go ahead and do your research, and if you want to give more information about it, please feel free to comment to the comment section below. So you can use EventBrite. Okay, just set up small. You don't have to set up big. We have Kroger, we have grocery chains like Kroger. They would love to partner with you. You can go to schools, talk to them, say, I want to do XYZ. I would love for you to partake in this. Actually talking about this, one of the things that I want to do in my aesthetics is actually, because I want to talk to nurses. I've worked enough with nurses to know nurses are burnt out. CNAs are burnt out. They're looking for a way out. So I want to go around and see if I can talk to them. And I'm going to start in my locality. So that's a gem I just gave you there. For those of you wanting to do this, I can talk to all the nurses in the world. I can talk to all the nurses in the US. I can talk to all the nurses in the state I am. So please, guys, stop limiting yourself and thinking you can limit other people. Whatever I'm doing is probably not new, but then again, maybe I'm bringing my own spin to it, which is different and is going to make me advance in my own way and my own thinking. It doesn't mean that you cannot do the same thing. Jesus Christ, guys, stop with I want only the knowledge for myself. Please, if you're that type of person, I don't want you in my space. That's just not who I am. I'm all about share, 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 and we all grow. We all grow. Your growth isn't going to stop my growth. So community events in your locality. That is another way. And you can just add this to, again, you come up with ebooks. You come up with webinars. You come up with e-courses. All this can be added together, and they all come down to what? Teaching. 6 figures. 6 figures. In no time, it will snowball. In no time, companies will start calling you to come give talks. Okay, health things that you go to let's see, universities. Talk to them. Hey, look, I want to set up an awareness program for weight loss. That's something I'm actually thinking of doing. I'm not just set up yet, but I was talking to this a satellite university campus close to me, and I went to share my card, and I met this very lovely, personable lady, and I was like, because I couldn't put up my flyers there. Guys, you gotta pound the pavement. I did. I'm not shy. I have to. So, and I was there, and she was like, "Oh my God, I love what you're doing. Do you help people with weight loss?" I'm like, "Well, I help you on your journey, because body contouring is not so much weight loss. It's something that can be added to your weight loss regimen, right? We talk about inch loss, so we have to be careful in our terminologies, but would it help you lose weight? Yes." So I'm like, it's something I would love to talk about. She's like, "Oh, you know what? Come, let's talk. Maybe we can create some kind of awareness there." I'm like, ooh. So I'm here sharing with you guys. That's where the idea for the event planning thing came in. Let's plan events in your community. Okay, so that's something you can take away too. You like to teaching. It comes back to teaching. This time, I'm not just talking about teaching in online, which is a good outsource. I mean, it's a good source to